Hey, boys and girls. I'm coming to you today with a new read aloud, a chapter book read aloud. But before we get into that and I let you know what we're reading, I want to show you a picture. So take a look at this picture for a moment. I want you to just look at it and kind of take in what you're seeing and what you observe. I want you to try to make some inferences about what you see. So think about what you already know, what you've seen on TV before, in TV shows and books. And I want you to look at what you see here and try to connect and see if you can answer questions like what happened, where this might be, what caused this destruction, what is in this picture. I'm sure many of you are looking at it right now. You see water, you see houses and trees. You see some flat areas where there may have been houses before. This picture directly relates to the read aloud we are starting today, which is about a true event in history. This, in fact, is a picture from the destruction of the event in history. So the book we're starting today is I Survived Hurricane Katrina 2005. So this book is based on a true event, as here's the proof. Here's a picture of the aftermath. However, the characters in this story are fictional. The story itself is made up, the characters are made up, but the event it's based on is true. So we call this historical fiction, a made-up story based around a true event in history. So I'm going to read today. I'm going to read chapter 1 to you today, and then I'm going to leave you with that and come back to you another time with chapter 2 and then the rest of the chapters. Okay, we have chapter 1, Monday, August 29th, 2005, 7 a.m., the Lower Ninth Ward, New Orleans, Louisiana. Hurricane Katrina was ripping apart New Orleans, and 11-year-old Barry Tucker was lost and alone, clinging to an oak tree for dear life. He'd fallen off the roof of his house and been swept away in the floodwater. The raging current had tossed and twisted him, almost tearing him to pieces. He would have drowned, but somehow Barry had grabbed hold of a tree. With every bit of strength in his body, he pulled himself out of the water and wrapped his arms and legs around the trunk. Now he was holding on with no idea what to do next. Wind howled around him, rain hammered down, and all Barry could see was water. Swirling, foaming, rushing water. The water had washed away his whole neighborhood. Pictures of it floated by. In the dirty gray light, pieces of it floated by, In the dirty gray light, Barry saw jagged hunks of wood, shattered glass, a twisted bicycle, a refrigerator, a stuffed penguin, a mattress covered with a pink blanket. He tried hard not to imagine what else was in the water, or what had happened to all his neighbors, and his mom and dad and little sister Cleo. What if they'd all fallen into the water too? What if? Wait, what was that sound? Was that someone calling his name? Dad, Barry screamed. Mom, Cleo. No, it was just the wind shrieking. Even the sky was terrified of this storm. Barry was shaking now. Tears stung his eyes. And then he heard a new sound, a cracking and groaning above the wind and rain. He stared in shock at what was floating in the water. A house. Or what was left of it. One side was torn off. It moved through the flood slowly, turning. Its blown-out windows seemed to stare at Barry. The splintered wood looked like teeth in a wide-open mouth, and it was coming right at him. So, boys and girls, I'm going to return to this picture, and I want you to think about, while the book we are reading is historical fiction, there were many people in Hurricane Katrina, many real people like Barry that had to see houses being destroyed and washed away. So I want you to really think about how Barry might have felt at that moment, and how people during the hurricane really truly may have felt. So I'm going to leave you with that. I'll come back to you soon with chapter 2. Bye.